So, my husband and I just had our first IVF appointment yesterday. Um, it was kind of surprising. We had no idea the process was going to be as long as it was. We are in fall of October right now, and we won't even be doing the transfer till like March, which is spring, which is kind of discouraging. I kind of had the impression that I would go there and that we would know if we were pregnant by like Christmas, but apparently that's not the case. My doctor, this is a new doctor, and we're going to him because he's like almost half the price, and that's all we can afford right now. We were going to UNC, but they're like $15,000 for one round, and this guy is uh, like 10,000 for one round, but his frozen transfers are like 1,500 and UNC's are like 4,000. So, and then the consults, each time I see the doctor at UNC, it's like 360 and this guy's like 160. So, just a huge difference with all the little things with him being so much cheaper. It really adds up, and I think it's worth waiting to do it with this guy. The reason it's going to take so long is because he recently is trying something new with his practice. The success rates of his practice are like sky high now because he's tried a new method. Before his success rates were like 40-50%, and now he's had like 80% success rates. And so what he's doing is he's giving you all your medications and retrieving your eggs. But he doesn't do a fresh embryo transfer after that because he's saying that your body is just so messed up from all that medication, and your uterine lining is not as good as it could be, and there's more risk of ovarian hyperstimulation if you implant an embryo right away. Which of course there's still going to be a risk anyway, but he's just saying that your body's kind of in a funk, so he believes that you should wait another 2 cycles to give your body some rest and then do a frozen embryo transfer. So that's why it's going to take so long. So after hearing in the IVF office that it's going to be another 2 months. Isaac, please. Sorry, that's my dogs. They're not as mean as they sound. There's a poodle and a Weimaraner. The poodle has a bone, and so she's freaking out because Isaac is trying to steal it from her. Anyway, so I was in the office, and we had just found out that it's going to be another 2 to 3 months till we get to actually do the transfer. And the doctor in the office tells me that he wants me to start birth control. And then I go out to the receptionist desk to make appointments and everything. And they say, well, you need to do IVF class before you start the birth control. Well, the IVF class is booked for the next, like, month. And I just kind of lost it because that was adding on another month. I didn't completely lose it, but my husband said that I was on the verge of being an ass, and I don't want to come off that way. I was just really frustrated because the receptionist wasn't willing to make any exceptions or, ask somebody if an exception could be made, and it was just really frustrating. Just because she was so not willing to help whatsoever, and I could just tell that she didn't really care. So, I just said, well, is there a way I can leave a message with the doctor? Because really, in my mind, I was like, all right, if they're going to make me wait another month on top of 3 months, I'm not going to this place. So I was at the verge of, just paying more money for this other place just because of another month. I know it sounds crazy, but it's really 4 months altogether. So she said she went all. I asked her to go leave a message, and she said that she'd go talk to the nurse. So she went and talked to the nurse. And it took her about 30 seconds, and the nurse said that would be okay. So I guess that's the frustrating thing. It was just because I could tell she didn't really know for sure if I had to take the class before taking the birth control. So it was just frustrating when you're in this process and you get to somebody that's not willing to help or understand your situation. So, I'm going to be starting birth control this month, and then we'll be going to this IVF class. They said somebody canceled, so we got another slot for November 11th. And my husband just has to get off work because we both have to go. And we're a little bit worried about that because my husband's already taken off so much work. And it's a new job. Not so much work, but I mean, he's asked for like 2 days. And when it's a new job, it's kind of one of those things where, all right, this is your third time you're asking me to get off. So I'm kind of worried about that, but hopefully that will go okay. And, oh, the other thing, it was kind of weird that this happened. My husband and I had our first date at a restaurant called Lucky 32, and it's kind of like our lucky spot. And we also got engaged there, and we had our rehearsal dinner there, wedding rehearsal dinner there. And it's just kind of been a place that we eat whenever we hit a milestone in our life. And so we went to this IVF appointment. We had really no idea where it was. It was just somewhere in Cary, which Cary's pretty big. And I just plugged it in my GPS, and it just so happens that this office was directly across from Lucky 32, which I just thought was a sign. I know that may seem like nothing to everybody else, but sometimes just those little things, you feel like, something is leading you in the right direction. And depending on what you believe in, it may not seem like anything but a coincidence to other people, but it's just one of those things to yourself. It may seem like something totally different, like a sign from God that we're doing the right thing here. And it's just the little things like that have been happening over the past few months that I just feel like we're being led in the right direction. So it's a good feeling to have. So anyway, so I'll start birth control this month, and then we'll do the egg retrieval probably in I would say 6 weeks. I really don't know the whole schedule until I take this IVF class. And then after we do the egg retrieval, I had to take 2 cycles off, and then we do the frozen embryo transfer. So I think that would put us, it's October 27th now, 6 weeks from today would be like middle of December, and then 2 more cycles off would be that we would be taking January off, February off, and then it wouldn't transfer until March. So that's just, thinking about that just is annoying because it's like we are in fall, and we won't be doing this till March. But I guess we've already waited so long, so we can wait a little bit more to get a good price. We've been trying for since we got married. We got married in May of 2012. And I've been off birth control since 2010, so really I should definitely be pregnant by now. I talked to the doctor about a laparoscopy. This doctor I'm going to is OB and a fertility doctor, so I felt like he's a good doctor to ask. I have a lot of pain before my periods, and I was just asking him if he would suggest laparoscopy first before IVF. And I like the fact that he actually thought about it and didn't just say, no, you need to do IVF because that's what everybody else says. He actually thought about it and told me the reasoning why he would suggest IVF first. And he said if there's any issues that we find when we do your IVF, then we would do the laparoscopy. But my other doctors just say, no, studies don't suggest that's going to work, so we need to do IVF. But this guy actually told me all the points to doing a laparoscopy or doing IVF. He told me, you know, just all the reasonings behind not doing the laparoscopy first. So it was good that he actually thought about it. I don't know. I really haven't been too pleased with too many people. I'm gonna sound like an ass, but I don't know. It's just I haven't yet gotten that feeling that a doctor has actually cared, but maybe that's just typical. But this guy, I don't know, he seemed a little bit better than who I have been going to. So, that's all I have for you guys. Sorry if this was a boring video, but I really don't think I have that many people watching these videos, like 8 people or something, but thank you for following me. I don't think anybody I know are watching these videos, so I'm kind of just doing this as a record for myself so I can go back and watch these videos of what we had been through. And if other people watch the videos and find it helpful, then that's exciting too. And if you have watched this video through and you're just completely bored, I apologize. Hope you all have a great day. All right, goodbye.